ladies and gentlemen, to the Acoustic Shop channel.
You seem very enthusiastic
I'm
to be back
welcoming
here.
people. I want to say, welcome to
our
channel.
tribe. We got a tribe. We're a tribe now.
All right. Welcome to the Acoustic Shop tribe. I am John. This is Jeremy. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to talk about guitars. We're going to talk about guitars from England. In fact, it'll be the Atkin, which is from England. This one is a copy of a pre-war style guitar. That's the reason why it's called a Atkin D37 Pre-War. And we're going to tell you all about it right after this. Well, Jeremy, we're back one more time, and again...
You say that every time.
I know, because we're always back one more time.
Back again. Backstreet is back all right. Let's talk about this guitar. There's an Atkin. Alistair Atkin, he lives in jolly England.
Keep going.
He hangs out with the Queen, and they have crumpets.
Tea?
And tea. And
I'm still trying to get over what you did. I can't.
I know you're a big Backstreet fan. Anyway, Atkin, we've been
Alistair
doing...
Atkin's probably a huge Backstreet.
Yeah, the England tour. He was at every
the
concert.
London tour. There you go. No, back again with a great guitar from him. This is the D37 Pre-War, and you're like, why is it called a Pre-War? Well, let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, let's settle something here. Are they talking U.S. involvement in the war, or since it's built in England?
Are we going to that again?
Pre-war?
No, we're not. This, well, since this is based off of the quote D37, a 37 D28, so that's what he's going for. So I'm going to say it's a true pre-war copy style. The big difference between this and the 37 that we've had in stock before is this guitar is going to have an Adirondack spruce upgrade and Madagascar rosewood sides and back. It also has a different neck profile. This is a much more V-shaped or vintage-shaped guitar neck. That's exactly what it has.
That's a guitar neck. You're right.
Exactly.
Guys, we are the experts here at the shop.
That's why they pay me the big bucks. Now, one thing that we have decided to do, and I talked with Alistair about, and most of the guitars that we're going to see from now on into the future are going to have an 1 3/4 nut width instead of the 11/16, which has been standard for him. And in millimeters, I think that's 45 millimeters versus 43. I'm making it up. It's a millimeter thing, and I don't understand it.
But in England, that's what they go. I don't know. They're probably inches too. That's English.
Well, they're still. It's all Europe is still doing millimeters, so it's in millimeters. So there you go. Again, on this, it is designed to be like a pre-war style guitar. So it does have a ebony bridge, ebony fretboard. This one has a drop-in saddle, and I do think that is a little bit more modern. Another add-on that he does on these guitars is pretty cool is he does thermocure or torify the tops as well. One of the things we get a lot of questions about is the finish here. Alistair is using one of the thinnest nitro finishes out there. For this one, we use what he calls an aged finish. What he does is kind of already artificially finish check it. Well, it's not artificial, it actually happened. But he's already getting the big finish checks in there. It looks and feels more like a loose, older guitar. You can buy these in a mirror finish, which means it is not finish checked. So definitely something, but we get way more requests for
especially these that are supposed to be kind of a replica of that, or like a homage to one of those old guitars. They're going to have some of that finish checking, and this gives it a little bit more of that authentic look.
Tone-wise, it's a monster. Here's what I like about Madagascar rosewood. It has a lot of the Brazilian type of characteristics. It is a tighter, more pronounced low end. If you're looking for that big boomy guitar that just, rattles your teeth, this ain't your guitar. This ain't it. But if you're looking for something a little more articulate, it still has tons of low end. Big feeling low end. But they just seem to be, it's almost like it just tames the low ends and refines it and then says, all right, go! And then it just blows up out of the guitar. Obviously the Adirondack spruce top, I'm a huge fan. I love this guitar. I think if you're looking for who's the guy that needs a D37 or girl that needs a D37 pre-war, it's somebody who's wanting an affordable run at a pre-war style bluegrass dread, you know, somebody, mostly a flat picker, I would assume, just looking for that pre-war Martin sound, and not wanting to spend $8-9 grand. This guitar falls under $6,500, and it's going to kind of fluctuate depending on where the British pound is and what export fees and import fees are going to be for us. But again, for a Madagascar sides and back, that's kind of unheard of into the boutique world.
Especially with the tone and volume that this guitar produces. You know, it's not just the specs and the build of it, but actually just the consistency with all the Atkin guitars we've had in here. All of them have just been really well-built guitars with a very consistent tone. Like
I agree.
They stand up against, we have some very high-end guitars, and they definitely, people pick them up and are just blown away by them.
One thing I want to bring out. This is a bolt-on neck, and a lot of people find that very surprising. And again, we can go back to this. We've talked about neck joints before. I do have a preference for dovetails. I think it does give it a little bit different sound, a little bit warmer sound. But here's the deal. I don't discount a guitar just because it has a bolt-on neck. You can build a guitar that doesn't sound as good with a dovetail, and you can build a guitar that sounds way better than that with a bolt-on neck. And in this case, I believe that's absolutely there. It does have its advantages in that it is much easier to do neck resets on. You have a better way to, you know, keep the maintenance on this and then keep the maintenance costs lower. So for that, I give it a pretty big kudos.
And I think most, you know, the smaller boutique builders right now are leaning towards that bolt-on neck because, again, I think it is kind of
sustainability of the guitar.
Yeah, newer technology as far as being able to do neck resets. Martin's done the dovetail forever, but every guitar is going to need a neck reset, and it's a pretty laborious process and not an inexpensive one either. Yeah. And affects the value of the guitar. Every guitar that has a neck reset, you know, it has some effect on the guitar, where I think a bolt-on neck, having that adjustment is probably not going to be near the same.
They probably won't notice it. Yeah, I don't think, the way it's done, I don't think you would be able to tell if it has had a neck reset or not. Anyway, that said, that's what I find that would be your buyer. Again, specs-wise, this hits all the bells. If you're looking for that pre-war style guitar, you've hit all of it right here. You've done it in a price point that's lower than a lot of them. And again, you're getting a powerhouse guitar that just looks and feels cool.
It's good for the person that can't really afford an actual vintage guitar. You almost feel like you're playing one with one of these. So it's kind of a nice substitute for the real thing.
Absolutely. So I think what we're going to do right now is kind of give you a tone demo of it and see what you guys think. But I think we got another winner here with the Atkin D37 Pre-War. If you guys out there are at all into these kind of pre-war style guitars, I definitely recommend you check out the video that we have coming up next, which is the Atkin White Rice, one of our most popular Atkin models, and just a very cool style. Falls in that Tony Rice vibe. Does a lot of the stuff this does a little bit different, so definitely worth checking out.
And that if you're into those large sound hole videos, search on our channel. We did a shootout with we had 8 different manufacturers. All manufacturers are doing a white or a Tony Rice style guitar. We got a shootout between those, so you want to check that out as well.
Yep.
And guys, leave the comments below if you like what we're talking about. If you have an opinion, if you played one of these Atkins, we'd like to hear what you think about it. And if you like tone samples of it, just let us know your thoughts and comments on it. And be sure to subscribe to the channel and share this with all your friends and family and loved ones. Thank you. We'll see you guys next time.